We found this place and it was in a rough shape. And so we spent about 6 years healing the land.
We like things hidden. We like things tucked away. But we also hide our appliances. With the container, which is what's so lovely, is that it is a permanent structure and also has the ability to be repurposed and reused should something else decide to exist on this property in a future. So our bathroom is a little different than what you might expect from a compact home. Hi guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to our home. This is Boxy. So this is a 53-foot shipping container, and it has a very industrial look on the outside, but a very warm look on the inside. What you're looking at here is our little cozy outdoor sofa, which is super comfortable and perfect for when the wind is blowing from that direction. We can have the fireplace on and be blocked by the wind, and it feels great. And then we have our cowboy pool, which we love. It is a part of our daily life, just being able to see the water and look at the view of skyline and getting to experience that in addition to more lounging and dining out here. So that's the outside space, but let me take you inside. All right, so we're gonna start on one end of the container and move to the other. And where we'll begin is our office. So this is actually our home as well as our HQ. And so it's very important to have lots of flexibility and flexible space. So not only is it our office, it's also our bedroom. This is a California king. The Murphy bed comes down and goes back up easily and gives us all of this extra space to be. And one of the other awesome things about this room is that it comes with this tree that contains these adorable, these are my flightless birds, is kiwi and emu, and they are very excited to be here. I'll also show you one of the things that we've really enjoyed, and you'll continue to see repeated throughout the container and throughout the home, is that we like things hidden. We like things tucked away. So not only is the bed tucked away and it transitions, but we also hide our appliances. So things that like air conditioners and whatnot, we love to have those hidden in a way that we can really focus on what we're most excited about seeing and frankly, the nature outside, right? So now I'd like to share with you our next space. We'll open the door and invite you into the living room. And there's a couple things that I'd love to share with you about this space. My favorite is that it continues to be a flexible space. So all of the furniture we have actually moves into that room and allows this to be an open space. So when we have larger gatherings here, we can actually set a table here and be inside or just have more open space for that kind of experience. And the other really lovely thing from a personal perspective I love is being able to be in this space and still feel like I am with nature. I watch birds go by, I get to be inside and outside all at once. And also calling back to nature, a different nature than where we are. On this wall is my husband's artwork that I love. It's an ocean wave, so it brings us back to happy times and our love of the ocean. And the last little bit that I want to share with you is a technological hidden piece. So I mentioned hidden things being throughout our space. One of the things that is a lot of fun is being able to turn on the TV in the evenings and watch a movie, but not have the TV staring at you, especially in such a tiny space. So it will raise, and all of a sudden, voila, you have something to watch.
Building a tiny house is hard work. Don't I know it? Luckily, installing the Cozeware 12,000 BTU mini split is a piece of cake. Right, Zach?
Yeah, it's really straightforward.
It's also whisper quiet at just 31 decibels in sleep mode and super efficient with a 20 SEER 2 rating. And the installation process, honestly, it couldn't be easier. And it works everywhere. It runs in temperatures from 5 to 125. But my favorite part, I can control it from anywhere as well using the Cozeware app on my phone. And it's perfect for tiny houses, rated up to 750 square feet of heating and cooling power. And don't even get me started with how fast this thing is. Up to 1,400 RPM fan speed means you better grab a jacket once this thing starts cooling.
John, you got that Phillips screwdriver?
Twisty Bob.
Thank you.
Plus, it's reliable with the 5-year warranty on parts, 7 years on the compressor, and a 30-day return policy, so you're all good. Can you believe it has all of that and it's more budget friendly than other brands?
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. It's smart, it's efficient, it's quiet, and it's affordable.
Yeah, it's what I said.
So I'm excited now to share with you our kitchen, which is really where I feel like utility and beauty get to learn how to play together. And staying with this compact, high intent, minimal approach, you'll find that a lot of things in our kitchen we've tucked away and we've hidden, because the thing about living in a small space is you kind of live in your kitchen. And I didn't want to sit on my couch and be staring at all of the things that are over there. So we've limited it as much as possible. Before I get into all of that though, I want to share what we added first in terms of design pieces that really, I think, make our day-to-day in this kitchen so much more pleasant. One of those is we have these lovely counter-high stools that we actually found an artist, an architect in France to help make a counter-high stool, which, if you don't know, they're sometimes very hard to find that are stackable or folding. And these actually pack entirely flat. So we can hang them up and they disappear, or if it's time for breakfast or brunch or whatever it is we're doing, they click right in place and then they're there for us, which we love. The other thing, we have one of our dear friends and a local artist and creator made these origami Crete tile, and we adore them, and they're a lot of fun, especially with a different light at night. And it's a big part, I think, of making our kitchen feel like we had meaning and purpose behind it. So now to the utilitarian side of things. We have a dishwasher. It's a little one, which is great. So it's never too overwhelming to load or unload. And then fun things like a reverse osmosis Insta-Hot water, which has been lovely for my tea making process in the morning. And then we have our microwave hidden, because it was one of those things I just didn't want to look at. Full stove and oven. And then we also hid our cabinet. We can tuck things in. And then the same is true. People come in here and think we don't have a refrigerator, but it's here, it's hidden. Same thing for freezer. Really everything in here, even to the broom or closet for our jackets, it's all just inch by inch, very necessary and tucked in. Keeping things tucked in for us and keeping things clean is really all about staying calm ourselves and being present to what is here. Okay, so this is our hallway, closet, wash closet, and any number of things. So what you'll see in here, same idea behind keeping things tucked in, is that we actually have a total full-size washer and dryer, which is lovely to have. And the part that I love most in terms of the organization of this space is that with my 2 feet planted on the ground, I can wash my clothes, dry my clothes, fold my clothes, turn, and then put them in the drawer. This space really taught me, like, wow, why is this not in why have I never experienced such a simple thing? Sometimes I'm like walking all the way down to a basement to clean clothes. So it's just been such a luxury and a fun thing to have in a small space. The other thing we did, because not everyone has giant husbands who has giant, so for me especially, I can't use this top closet without one of the things that we put in. Dale can actually reach it, which is crazy. We have a pull down, so all of his clothes can come down, and if my clothes are up there, then I could grab them up there too. But just a fun detail that kind of makes it more accessible. We actually use this as an intention setting space. So it's like a hallway that you're constantly going back and forth from. And it's a space where we actually can pause and choose an intention. We actually have our little mindful mark set up with Lumenkind here. And it gives us an opportunity to kind of choose our focus and gives us a moment to take 3 breaths and reconnect before we enter whatever it is. And whenever we have guests here, we do the same thing. A lot of time we'll bring it out in the open, but it's kind of a special space for us to be able to do that. Now I'd like to share our bathroom with you. So our bathroom is a little different than what you might expect from a compact home. This bathroom comes by way of the luxury of having a 53-foot shipping container rather than a 40-foot shipping container. We have created a, I think, spa-like experience by simply maybe thinking about it more as an immersive experience. One of the things that was really important is that our kitty cats felt the abundance of the bathroom space, and so they have their very own restroom, their very own little potty here that they can walk in, a whole room for them. And they also have their very own little bedroom cubby back here. So they have all of the time that they can play in here and be in here when they need some extra space. The other thing that was really important to us is in the shower, we tiled it with teal, our favorite color. But what's really fun is that we get to have this bamboo jungle shower experience inside. And it's one of those things when the sunlight's coming in and it hits the wall, it's just gorgeous in here. It makes a lot of fun. So, but the funny part about this shower and this bathroom, we love it, is that ironically, my favorite place to take a shower is actually outside. We have an outdoor shower. Prior to being here, I didn't really ever have an outdoor shower or experience that, but it is so much fun. We actually have it connected to a propane tank, so we can have hot water. Even when it's like 50 degrees, I'll come out and take a hot shower, and it's lovely.
When my wife and I were looking for a place, we really wanted to find something where nature and design intersected. And we found this place, and it was in a rough shape. And so we spent about 6 years healing the land. The container home was actually a great way for us to be on the land and work on the land. That was the idea. And we threw some wildflower seeds a few seasons ago. They really popped. And so it's really fun to watch the butterflies and hummingbirds. And over here we have our geode. So this is where we do our daily meditation practice and yoga. And whenever we have friends come in here, they kind of feel like it's an unretreat as well. And it's also been a great patio, so the cats can be in here safe while they're watching the birds. And it's just a very special place.
One of the challenges that we experienced almost at every turn, and it's true for anybody that is building in a constrained space, is every inch counts. And so trying to get things to fit into spaces that maybe don't easily fit was a challenge. And that's just also part of the fun too, of like, it's like putting a puzzle together. With the container, which is what's so lovely, is that it is a permanent structure and also has the ability to be repurposed and reused should something else decide to exist on this property in a future.
When we started this journey, we didn't know very much. The time it took us to do this project, we actually watched a whole entire half of downtown get built.
The skyscraper.
So it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And I think for us, the ups and the downs and the lefts and the rights has really, I think, made us stronger humans. And I think that being able to share that with other people feels so good.
When you're in a space that you've poured love into, you can feel that love back every day. You can find those daily rituals that you've set out for yourself. And we still find joy in these little choices that we made, 3 years ago. But for us, it was full of meaning and it was full of purpose. And so time is one quotient, and ultimately value and meaning are another metric.
If you like this week's episode, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check back soon because we have new unique home tours publishing all the time. And if you'd like to join our team and get access to members-only content and unique perks, make sure you click on the join button below.